everybody. Happy Monday. It's May 11th, 2020. I hope you had a good weekend. Make sure that you are checking Seesaw for activities that we are putting on. Okay, back to the King of Show and Tell, our Ready Freddy book. We're on chapter 4. It's called Look What I Found. Remember at the end of chapter 3, Freddy found something and he was telling Robbie about it? What did you find? A bone? No, a baby bird, I whispered. What? Said Robbie, running over to where I was standing. Hey, be careful, don't step on it. It must have fallen out of the nest. Do you think it's still alive? I don't know, said Robbie. He bent down to get a closer look. I got down on the ground. Hey, listen, I said. I think I hear it peeping. We both laid there, holding our breath for a minute. It is peeping. What do you think we should do? Whatever we do, said Robbie, we have to be really careful because it looks like it has a broken wing. I know. I'll go inside and get some stuff to make him a little bed, I said. You wait here and make sure he's not lunch for the neighbor's cat. I ran inside and raced upstairs to my room. I hit my forehead with the palm of my hand. Think, think, think. What would make a good bed? Just then I saw my baseball card collection. I dumped out the old shoebox I was using to hold the cards, and then I ran into the bathroom to grab an old towel to put inside. Here's a picture. Freddy, is that you? My mom called. Yeah, Mom, it's me. I'm just going to the bathroom. Do you boys want anything to eat? No, thanks. We're fine, I yelled as I raced back outside. Is it still alive? I asked, panting. Yeah, but I really think it's hurt. Well, I got this box and a fluffy towel to make it a soft, comfy bed. I got down close to the baby bird and whispered, Hey, little guy, you're going to be okay. We're going to help you. I'm just going to put you in this nice warm box. As I reached to pick him up, his peeping got louder. I think he's crying. His wing must really hurt. We put him in the box and carried it up the ladder to the treehouse. What now? I asked Robbie. We need to put some holes in the top of the box so he can breathe. Robbie poked some holes in the top of the box with a pencil. Great. Now what? This is a picture. Maybe we should go get him something to eat. Good idea, I said. Like what? What's in your fridge? Asked Robbie. Pizza, leftover meatloaf, string cheese. How about the pizza? Robbie said. Really? I didn't know birds ate pizza. They don't, ding dong, said Robbie, laughing. I'm just kidding. Well, what then? I bet he'd like some nice juicy worms. Worms, yeah, good idea, I said. I stuck my head down near the box and whispered, You stay here, little guy. Picture. We'll be right back. We're just going to get you some lunch. I heard a little peep. You're welcome, I said. Robbie and I grabbed our bug collector jar and tweezers and climbed down the ladder. We went to the back of the yard where there was some gloppy, gooey mud. It was our favorite place to look for creepy crawlers. Ooh, look at this roly-poly. He's huge, I said, picking it up and rolling it around in my hand. Maybe the little bird would like this. It looks really juicy. Nah, said Robbie. Worms are better. But check out this trail of ants. They all look like they're carrying a cookie crumb into their hole. Here's the picture. Maybe if they put them all together down there, they'll have one giant cookie. That would be pretty funny. We dug around some more. What if we can't find any worms? I asked. Well, it's not exactly the best time of day to be hunting worms, Robbie said. What do you mean? Haven't you ever heard someone say the early bird catches the worm? No. Well, the best time to catch a worm is early in the morning. So the birds that get up first get the most worms. Good thing I'm not a bird, because I hate getting up in the morning. I stuck my fingers deeper into the mud. Oh wait, I think I found one. Let me see. Robbie leaned over and stuck his face so close to the ground he got mud on his nose. Move over. I can't see through your big head, I said, pushing him out of the way. I grabbed my tweezers and yanked the fat, wriggling worm out of the mud. Don't you look delicious, I said, dangling the worm between my fingers. Sure. I dropped it into my bug jar and searched around for some more. By the time we were done, Robbie and I had found 6 delicious worms for the little bird. We carried them back up the ladder to the treehouse. I think now we should give him a name, I said. Yeah, how about the name Josh, Robbie suggested. No, not a people name. He needs a bird name. How about Feathers? No, I think I'd call him Winger. Winger? What kind of name is that? And how come you get to choose? Asked Robbie. I found him, didn't I? So that means I get to pick his name, and he looks like a winger to me. I carefully picked up the little bird and kissed his tiny head. Are you hungry, little winger? Peep. Here's another picture. See, he answered me. He said yes. No, he said peep. That's what birds do. They peep. How about a fat, juicy worm, I said to Winger, ignoring Robbie. Don't worry, little guy. I speak word, and I'll take good care of you. I promise, I said, as I gently fed him one of the worms. And there's the picture. And that's the end of chapter 4. So tomorrow, I'll read chapter 5. And then coming up, we'll have a math lesson today. Today we are on lesson 8, time to the half hour digital. So far we learned how to show half past or an hour 30 or for example 6:30 on an analog clock. Today we're going to use digital clocks to show time to the half hour. So we have a story that goes with our first sheet. So your page should look just like mine. Tyler's football practice ends at 4:30. So how would you write that time on the digital clock to show 4:30? They have the 2 dots already and the 30. So think about what number would go first. You would write a 4 there. That says 4:30 on a digital clock. Now on the next page, a digital clock can also show time to the half hour. So we have an analog clock and a digital clock. They show the same time. Both of the clocks show 6:30 or 6:30. So trace over the 6 on the first line. Then I want you to trace over the 6, the 2 dots, and the 30 on the second line. So that shows 2 ways to show 6:30 or 6:30. Then it says, tell what time is shown. Write the time on the digital clock. So look at the first analog clock next to number 1. So we need to look at the hour first. So look at the red hand, the red hour hand. Remember, the hour hand's always the shorter hand. And it's between the 1 and the 2. So we know the hour is 1 because it's not to the 2 yet. So you need to write a 1 before the 2 dots. Then after the 2 dots, remember when the minute hand is on the 6, it's always 30 minutes past. So you would write 1, then the 2 dots, then 30. It's 1:30. Let's look at number 2. Look at the hour hand first, the red hand. Well, it's halfway between the 8 and the 9. So it's not to the 9 o'clock hour yet. So we know the hour is 8. So write an 8 first. Then you have the 2 dots. Then the minute hand is on the 6. So we know it's 30 minutes past, half past 8. So it's 8:30. Number 3. The hour hand is between the 11 and 12 this time. So we know that 11 is the hour. So write 11 first before the 2 dots. Then the minute hand is on the 6, so we know it's 11:30. So write 30. Number 4. The hour hand is between the 3 and the 4, so we know it's 3 o'clock. 3. Write a 3 before the 2 dots. Then the minute hand is on the 6, so we know it's 3:30 or half past 3. Then at the bottom it says, how is half past 10 shown on a digital clock? I'd like you to write after the word clock, how would you write that time? Half past 10 on a digital clock. Don't forget the 2 dots. Then I want you to talk to somebody at home about that. Okay, let's go on to the next page. This time it says, tell what time is shown, write the time on the digital clock. So I want you to look at numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and I want you to write the times carefully on the digital clock. Look at the time on the analog clock, then write the times in on the digital clock. Then I'd like you to show somebody at home what you did. Okay, let's go on to number 11. Number 11 says, Mrs. Johnson's class has art at 9:30. It lasts 1 hour. What time does art class end? So remember, they have art at 9:30 and it lasts 1 hour. What time does art class end? So what you're going to do is you're going to add 1 to 9 because 9 is the hour. You're going to add 1 because art lasts 1 hour. So 9 plus 1 would be what hour? And then don't forget that her class had art at 9:30. So think about what would come after the 2 dots. 1 hour after 9:30 would be what time? Write it in on the digital clock. Okay, let's look at number 12. Aiden's school choir stopped singing at 3:30. They sang for 2 hours. What time did they start singing? So, they stopped singing at 3:30. So think about what time that would be. They sang for 2 hours. So you're going to subtract 2 from 3 because remember they stopped singing at 3:30. So 3 was the hour. They sang for 2 hours. So we're going to go back 2 hours. So we're going to subtract 2 from 3. That'll give you the hour. Okay, but remember, they stopped singing at 3:30. So what time would that be on the digital clock? I want you to write it in on the digital clock. Okay, and then the last one says, Chase tells his friend that the time on the clock is 12 o'clock. Tell why Chase is wrong. Make it right. So why is Chase wrong? Look at the digital clock. He said that it's 12 o'clock, but that's not right. should say that it's 12:30. So you can write that on the lines, or you could say the time is 12:30. So either one would be correct. You could say it's 12:30, or you could write it's 12:30 on the lines. Okay, have a good day.